use of partial fraction here. So suppose whatever our f of s, okay, what is f of s? That actually the algebraic function which have in which we have to find out its inverse Laplace. Okay, it is a function in a parameter s. Okay, so suppose if f of s is a rational algebraic function, rational means in the form of n of s upon d of s, it has some numerator and denominator, suppose. Okay, and what is the condition where degree of n of s is greater than degree of d of s, like this. Okay, so if this is the condition, then f of s can be resolved in some rational function called as a partial fraction. Okay, so here this is degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. This is a small change here. Okay, it should be less. This is less than. This is print mistake. Okay, so when denominator has, so there are some conditions depend on the nature of roots of this d of s, whatever the nature of roots of d of s. So it's strictly degree of n of s is less than degree of d of s. This is the main thing here. So if it is not, if it is equal to or greater than, then what? If it is equal to or greater than, then it is improper fraction. And to just find out the partial fraction of improper fraction, we just need to divide them by or we just follow the actual division. Okay, so that is another part. But here we have the condition degree of n of s is less than degree of d of s, then f of s can be resolved into sum of rational function. It can be resolved into what? Sum of some rational functions, and that is called as a partial fraction, isn't it? So what is that? So suppose we have a condition when denominator has non-repeated linear factor. Non-repeated linear factor means what? See here, degree of numerator is 2 and degree of denominator is 3. S into s into s is s cube. So degree of numerator is 2, degree of denominator is 3. So degree of n of s is strictly less than degree of d of s. So how can we resolve this fraction into the sum of fractions, rational fraction? This is a upon take this first factor, b upon second factor, and c upon third factor, like this, and find out the values of abc. This is the partial fraction. You might have seen this in the previous courses, okay, in diploma course as well as in those who have come from first and second, okay, engineering mathematics. So they have seen actually this, or they may have seen this in 11 and 12 also. Okay, so this is called as a partial fraction. Suppose if denominator has non-repeated linear factor, then what? The second condition is that suppose you see here this 2s plus 1 repeated thrice, then so just write this a upon 3s minus 4. This is the distinct factor once, then plus b upon 2s plus 1 1 plus c upon 2s plus 1 twice plus d upon 2s plus 1 thrice, means cube. 2s plus 1 square plus 2s plus 1 cube, and so on. If it repeated 4 times, then one more time we just add it, e upon 2s plus 1 raised to 4, and so on. Find out the values of abc. Okay, so you will get, see, this equation is true for all values of s, remember this always. Okay, so that's why we can find out abcd in simple way. We have some examples, we will discuss them, so at that time you can understand how we can solve that. So suppose if we denominator has non-repeated quadratic factor, then what? Non-repeated quadratic factor means, see, this 2s plus s square plus 2s plus 5, this is irreducible quadratic equation. This one, this is also irreducible quadratic equation. We cannot factorize it into the real. Okay, it has some complex roots, so that's why these are irreducible quadratic polynomials or factors, quadratic, okay, of degree 2. So how we can just take them? So in the numerator there is as plus b if the quadratic factor is there and it is irreducible. Okay, so this is s square plus 2s plus 5, and plus for second irreducible quadratic factor it is cs plus d upon s square plus 2s plus 2, and so on. Okay, so see here, degree of numerator is 2, degree of denominator is 4. Everywhere there is that condition is satisfied, degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. So when denominator has repeated quadratic factors, then what? Okay, so when denominator has repeated quadratic factor, so we can write this as s square plus 2s minus 4 upon s square plus 2s plus 4 bracket square s minus 5. Suppose see here s square plus 2s square 4 bracket square. This is irreducible quadratic factor and repeated twice. Then how we can write that? As plus b upon a square plus 2s plus 4 plus cs plus d upon a square plus 2s plus 4 square, like this. Okay, and this remaining factor as it is, c upon this distinct factor. So in this way, these are the basic ideas to write that algebraic fraction, rational algebraic function into the sum of some rational functions. Okay, and then we proceed for the values of ABC. Hope you understand this. Let us solve the example based on this. See here we have find the inverse Laplace of 2s plus 1 upon s plus 4 and s minus 6. Okay, so now first of all, we just find out the partial fraction and then we just take integrate, we just take the inverse Laplace of that. So how we can find out the partial fraction of this? Okay, so first of all, consider here, don't directly apply the inverse Laplace. First find out the partial fraction. Consider 2s plus 1 divided by, this is s plus 4 into s minus 6. This is equal to, see, the denominator has irreducible, non-repeated linear factor. These are linear factors. These are not quadratic factors. Degree of numerator is 1, degree of denominator is 2. So non-repeated linear factor. So therefore this a upon first factor s plus 4 plus b upon second factor s minus 6. Call it as equation number 2. Finally, we will find out the values of a and b and substitute here and apply the inverse Laplace. Okay. Now, how we can find out the values of a and b? Okay. So it is very simple. Take the LCM. So if we take the LCM in the RHS, so this is 2s plus 1, suppose, divide by s plus 4 s minus 6. This is equal to, take the cross multiplication, a into s minus 6 plus b into s plus 4 divide by, this is s plus 4 into s minus 6, like this. Okay, see, on this side the denominator get cancel, and what I get here, simply I'll get 2s plus 1, this is equal to a into s minus 6 plus b into s plus 4. Call it as equation number 2. This equation number 2 helps us to find out the values of a and b, and this equation is true for all values of s. You can take any value of s. Okay, now to find out a, just make the coefficient of b as 0. Okay, so now here for a put s plus 4 equal to 0. I'm just making this term 0, term of b. That is what? That is s is equal to minus 4 in equation number 2. So what I get here? So 2 into minus 4 plus 1. This is equal to a in bracket minus 4 minus 6. So s is nothing but minus 4. And this is 0 because b into 0 is here. S plus 4 is nothing but 0. So what I get here, 2 into minus 4 is nothing but minus 8 plus 1. This is equal to, this is minus 10, I think. Minus 10 into a. Okay. So after this, what I get? S is nothing but minus 4. So this is minus 7. Simply, this is equal to minus 10a. And from this, what I get? My a will be, a is nothing but 7 by 12. Is it right? Check it. Okay, so this is a is equal to 7 by 4. 7 by 10. Simply minus minus get cancelled. Okay. Now for now we have a. Now for the value of b, for b, so make the coefficient of a as 0. So therefore s minus 6 is equal to 0. That is s is equal to 6 in equation number 2. So what I get? See, s is equal to 6. So 2s into, so 2 into 6, s is nothing but 6 plus 1. this is equal to a into 0 because s minus 6 is nothing but 0 plus b into what is the value of this 6 plus 4, 6 plus 4. Okay, now 2 into 6 is nothing but 12 plus 3, 12 plus 1 is nothing but 13. 13 is equal to, it is 10b. Okay, and from this what I have, so that my b is nothing but 13 by 10, like this is b, 13 by 10. Got it? So I have the values of a and b, just I substitute this value in equation number 1, and therefore from 1, what I have, so this is 2s plus 1 divided by s plus 4 into s minus 6 is equal to, okay, so this is a upon s plus 4. What is the value of a? 7 by 10. So this is simply what, 7 by 10 divided by s plus 4 plus b upon s minus 6. B is nothing but 13 by 10 divided by s minus 6, like this. And now I apply the inverse Laplace. So let's apply inverse Laplace on both sides. What I get? So therefore inverse Laplace of this is 2s plus 1 divided by s plus 4 into s minus 6. This is equal to, see, 7 by 10 is constant outside, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s plus 4, and again this 13 by 10 constant outside, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s minus 6. Okay, so as you remember, what is the inverse Laplace of 1 upon s plus a? This is e raised to minus 80, isn't it? And what is inverse Laplace of 1 upon s minus a? This is e raised to plus 80. These two results I am going to apply. So this is equal to what? This is equal to 7 by 10 into e raised to minus 40 plus 13 by 10 into e raised to 60. And that's it. This is my answer. Okay, so this is the inverse Laplace of this given function. See how simple it is. There is no use of property and theorem. We just apply here partial fraction, and once if I have a partial fraction, directly take the inverse Laplace, you will get the answer. Okay, so this is very simple. So this is 2s plus 1 divide by s plus 4 into s minus 6. This is equal to what? 7 by 10 e raised to minus 40 plus 13 by 10 e raised to 60. I think you have got this. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, so this is very simple and basic example. So let us see one more example to understand this. So find out the inverse Laplace of, let me take the example of another. Okay, so this is inverse Laplace of example 2. So these all examples was there in the question paper, in the previous question paper, so you can find them. See, in online there may be a question like this. So the partial fraction of this is nothing but it is 7 by 10 s plus 4 plus 13 by 10 s minus 6, and then what is the inverse Laplace of this? Okay, you just have to apply the results and you will get the answer. So what is the example 1? Find inverse Laplace of, the example is here, it is 1 upon s plus 2, sorry, s plus 1, not s plus 1, it is s plus 2, and the second root is s square plus 2s plus 5. So if you observe, this second root is non reducible, it is irreducible quadratic factor. So first find out the partial fraction and then go for the inverse Laplace. So now consider here, consider 1 upon s plus 2, this is linear factor, and this is irreducible quadratic factor, s square plus 2s plus 5. This is equal to a upon first factor s plus 2 and plus. Now for reducible factor we can take bs plus c divided by that we have discussed in some rules, okay, in the starting of this lecture. So this is s square plus 2s plus 5. Call it as equation number 1. Find out equation number 2 and then find out the values of a b c. You will get the equation. So just take the cross multiplication, and after cross multiplying what I get, the equation number 2 is nothing but 1 is equal to a into s square plus 2s plus 5 plus bs plus c into s plus 2. Call it as equation number 2. Denominator get cancel on both sides. We'll get this equation number 2. Now use this equation number 2 for the values of ABC. So this equation again true for all values of S. Okay. Now first of all find out A. For A, make this bs plus c as 0. So this is s plus 2 equal to 0. That is nothing but s is equal to minus 2 in equation number 2. So what I get simply here, so put this s is equal to minus 2 in equation number 2. So this 1 is equal to a into minus 2 square is nothing but 4 plus 2 into minus 2 is there plus 5 and plus 0 is here. Because this term is totally become 0, s plus 2 is 0, that's why. So this is 1 equal to this 4 and minus 4 get cancelled, only 5a is there, and from this what I get, a is equal to what, this is 1 by 5. So from this a is equal to 1 by 5, isn't it? This is my answer. A is equal to 1 by 5. Now once if we have a 1 by 5, okay, and then simply you just take s is equal to 0 and a is equal to 1 by 5, you will get c. Okay, if you take s is equal to 0, then what I get, see, for s is equal to 0, for s is equal to 0, if you take s is equal to 0, this b becomes 0. We have the value of e. S is equal to 0, a is equal to 1 by 5 in 1, sorry, in equation number 2. So see what I get here. This is 1 equal to a into s is 0, so 0 plus 0 plus 5 plus this becomes 0 plus b, sorry, 0 plus c into 0 plus 2, like this, isn't it? Now see, this is nothing but 1 equal to s is equal to 0, and what I get here, 1 a is nothing but 1 by 5, so this is 1 by 5 into 5, am I right? 1 by 5 into 5 plus 2 into c is there, because a is nothing but 1 by 5, this 5 is there, 5 get cancelled. Okay, so this 1 equal to 1 plus 2c. So 1 if we shifted into side, so I'll get 0 is equal to 2c, because 1 minus 1 is 0, and from this what I get, c is equal to 0 simply, isn't it? So c is equal to simply what, 0. And now with a is equal to 1 by 5 and c is equal to 0 in equation number 2, take s is equal to whatever you want. So for example, smallest value, suppose I take s is equal to 1, because this equation number 2 is true for all values of s. Okay, so for b, simply for s is equal to 1, a is equal to 1 by 5 and c is equal to 0 in equation number 2, what we get, let us see. Okay, a is equal to 1 by 5, s is equal to 1, so therefore 1 equal to a is equal to 1 by 5 as it is, in bracket s is nothing but 1, so 1 square is 1. Say this equation number 2, s square plus 2 into 1 plus 2 is there, and plus 5 plus b into 1 is b plus c is nothing but 0 into s is nothing but 1 plus 2. See this one. here. C is 0, S is 1 plus 2. Okay, and just calculate this. What I get, see, 1 is equal to 1 by 5 as it is. 2 plus 3 is nothing but 2 plus 1 is nothing but 3. 3 plus 5 is 8 into 8 plus it is 3b, because c is not there. 1 plus 2 is nothing but 3 into b is 3b. Okay, so now 1 minus this is nothing but 8 by 5. This is equal to 3b. Okay, now if we cross multiply this, what I get, 5 into 1 is 1, 5, 5 minus 8, so this is 5 minus 8 divided by 5. This is equal to 3b, and from this is minus 3 by 5. 5 minus 8 is nothing but minus 3, is equal to 3b. So 3 can cancel on both side, and finally, well, I'll get b is equal to minus 1 by 5, isn't it? So b is equal to my minus 1 by 5. Now I have all the values a, b, c. Substitute this value in equation number 1. So what I get, see, from 1, therefore from 1, this is 1 upon s plus 2, then it is s square plus 2s plus 5. This is equal to a upon first factor. A is nothing but 1 by 5 divided by s plus 2 plus c is 0, b is minus 1 by 5. So minus 1 by 5 into s divided by s square plus 2s plus 5. Now apply the inverse Laplace. Okay, so therefore apply inverse Laplace on both sides. What I get, okay, so inverse Laplace of this 1 upon s plus 2 s square plus 2s plus 5. This is equal to 1 by 5 as it is, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s plus 2, isn't it? Minus 1 by 5 take common, and inverse Laplace of s upon s square plus 2s plus 5. So there is some uh, important things to find out the inverse Laplace of the second term. Okay, we need to adjust something here, because the first is very easy. So this is equal to what? What is the inverse Laplace of first? 1 by 5 as it is. This is e raised to minus 2t. This is very simple. Okay, so this is minus 1 by 2. This is minus 1 by 5, not 1 by 2. So we need to adjust this important things, because see, over the over in the numerator actually s is over there. Okay, but in the denominator s square plus 2s plus 5 is there. Okay, so we need to convert it in the uh, complete square. Okay, so how we can convert that? So this is c s divided by, this is nothing but s square plus 2s plus 1 plus 4, like this. So this s square plus 2s plus 1 is nothing but a complete square. It is s plus 1 bracket square, isn't it? So this is 1 by 5 e raised to minus 2t minus 1 by 5 inverse Laplace of this s divided by, this is s plus 1 square plus 4 is nothing but 2 square. Okay, now we can use the first shifting theorem of inverse Laplace here, but to use the first shifting theorem, now we need to replace s plus 1 by s. Okay, but we don't have s plus 1 in the numerator. We can make the adjustment, so we can write this as s plus 1 minus 1, isn't it? Okay, so 1 I have added and subtracted. Okay, that doesn't change my meaning of the meaning of the example, meaning of the step. Okay, so e raised to minus 2t, so this is minus 1 by 5. Now by using first shifting theorem, what it says, inverse Laplace of f of s plus a is equal to, what is that, e raised to minus at into f of t, like this. So e raised to minus at, then e raised to minus t outside. Okay, and then we just replace s by s plus 1 by s. So this is s minus 1 divided by s square plus 2 square, means 4, whatever that, or 2 square we may write. Okay, now this is simple. This is now very simple. So this is just separate the two inverses. 2t minus 1 by 5 e raised to minus t. Inverse Laplace of this first thing is what? This is s upon s square plus 2 square minus inverse Laplace of 1 upon s square plus 2 square. And now we have the standard result. S upon s square plus s square is nothing but cos 80. Okay, so this is simply was cos 2t, and this is nothing but what? So this is 1 by 5 e raised to minus 2t minus 1 by 5 e raised to minus t in bracket. Inverse Laplace of this is nothing but cos of 2t minus this is nothing but 1 by 2 into sine of 2t. That's it. This is my answer. Okay, you need to focus on this step what I have done here. So this is very important step. Note this step. Note this step. Okay, so because what we are using here, we have used first shifting theorem. So by using first shifting theorem of inverse Laplace. So first shifting theorem says that wherever s plus a is there, we can replace s plus a by s, s plus a by s. Okay, and after replacing that we have shifted that a in the power of e, and we just take outside it in the outside the inverse Laplace. See, we have replaced s plus 1 by s. Okay, so replace s plus 1 by s, and whatever a, this is a 1, I have shifted this 1 in the power of e. Okay, so this is the first shifting theorem. This is the basic key to find out the inverse Laplace of this. Okay, hope you have got this. Let us see some more examples. See, this is very simple, just use of inverse Laplace. So example 3, find inverse Laplace of s plus 7 divided by s square plus 2s plus 2. Okay, so here we just need to adjust something here. There is no use of partial fraction. Without the partial fraction also you can use, because the partial fraction is very simple. See what I am now doing here. So inverse Laplace of this s plus 7 divided by s square plus 2s plus 2. This is equal to inverse Laplace of, I just making some adjustment here, s plus 1 plus 6. 7 can be written as 1 plus 6 divided by s square plus 2s plus 1 plus 1. So this 2 can be written as 1 plus 1. This is inverse Laplace of s plus 1 plus 6 divided by this is s plus 1 square plus 1, like this. And now same here we can use the first shifting theorem. So e raised to minus t, because a is nothing but t, inverse Laplace of s plus 6 divided by s square plus 1. It is just like as before we have seen, replacing by using first shifting theorem. Okay, so first shifting theorem we have used, replace s plus 1 by s and shift that 1 in the power of e, like this. Okay, and now separate this term. This is e raised to minus t inverse Laplace of This is s upon s square plus 1 plus 6 inverse Laplace of 1 upon s square plus 1, and we have the direct results for this. What is the inverse Laplace of s upon inverse Laplace of s upon s square plus s square? This is cos 80, and inverse Laplace of s upon, sorry, not s upon, 1 upon, this is 1 upon s square plus s square. This is nothing but 1 upon a into sine of 80, like this, and therefore this is simply e raised to minus t in bracket cos of t my plus 6 into sine of t. That's it. This is my answer. So this is very simple. These type of examples will be there in your online exam, so just focus on that all examples. Okay, you'll definitely get the answer. Okay, so one more example is here. So sixth example, sorry, whatever the number example. So find inverse Laplace of, this is on basic theorems and results, log of s square minus 1 divided by s square. Okay, so what is the inverse Laplace of this? So this is somewhat different. Okay, so to solve this, let us consider inverse Laplace of this log of s square minus 1 divided by s square. This is equal to, suppose, f of t. Okay, we don't have any result for logarithm in the inverse Laplace as well as in the Laplace. So basically what, just apply some properties and or theorems to solve this. Okay, so just try to take the derivative. So by inverse Laplace of derivative, what I get, inverse Laplace of d ds of log of s square minus 1 divided by s square. This is simply what, it is minus t into f of t. We have seen this inverse Laplace of derivative by inverse Laplace of derivative. Okay, so now take the derivative. What is the derivative of this? So therefore inverse Laplace of, what is the derivative, log of fx, 1 upon fx into f dash of x. Okay, so this is nothing but what, simply, or we can take this as d ds of log of a upon b is nothing but log of a s square minus 1 minus log of s square. What was the property that is useful here? This is log of a upon b is equal to log of a minus log of b. This property I have used. So this is log of a upon b, this is log of a minus log of b. Now you can take the derivative. So inverse Laplace of this, derivative of this is nothing but 1 upon s square minus 1 into 2s. So this is 2s upon s square minus 1 minus, what is the derivative of this? It is 1 upon s square into 2s. Okay, so this is 2 upon s simply. This is minus 2 upon s. This is minus t into f of t. And now separate these two inverse Laplaces. So this is 2 into inverse Laplace of s upon s square minus 1 minus 2 outside. So inverse Laplace of 1 upon s. This is minus t into f of t. What is the inverse Laplace of this s upon s square minus s square? It is, I think, cos hyperbolic t, isn't it? So 2 is there outside. This is nothing but cos hyperbolic t minus 2 into inverse Laplace of 1 upon s is nothing but 1. This is nothing but minus t into f of t. Okay, you can take t common, sorry, 2 common. So 2 into cos of hyperbolic t minus 1 and divide by t is there, shift this t. This is divided by minus t. This is nothing but f of t. That's it. This is my answer. Or otherwise, if you have to adjust this minus t, sorry, minus, then f of t is nothing but 2 in bracket 1 minus cos hyperbolic t divide by t. That's it. This is my answer.